Welcome guys, Casual here from Casual GGs, and we're back today with another ESO build video. Today we're gonna look at a lightning staff wielding sorcerer which is based out of stamina. These are the mix and match that we can do currently with hybridization. In terms of walkthrough today, I took the build straight into the Nightmare Bastion, and in the background you guys can see the fight with the first Nightmare Bastion boss, which is actually one of the toughest boss in the whole of Bastion Mimics. Let's see how this build fares. On another surprising note guys, I actually took a Zenda, our companion healer build, into this playthrough and he actually survived. He didn't even die once. I was really surprised considering I'm not using Telvanni efficiency. So the Zenda healer build we have done before is actually usable even without Telvanni efficiency. He's not gonna be a super healer for sure, but he's gonna be a decent healer to get you guys through contents like Bastion Mimics and maybe some veteran dungeons as well. So if for the guys who missed out my Zenda healer build, I've linked it on top. Initially I thought it's only usable with Telvanni efficiency in place. Apparently we can still use him as a decent companion healer with any builds. Try it out guys. So today's sorcerer build is based out of some of the changes which has happened in update 39. So the new lightning staff passive of 12% more damage on direct attack and channeling attack is benefiting our heavy attacks on a sorcerer build, and it's also benefiting our pets. Passive damage from the pets are direct damage, and we're gonna take advantage of that in this build. There was another change which was done to bound armaments. Now bound armaments used to be, if you have it in the bar, you need to activate it and then do heavy or light attack. Only then the charges build up, and when the charges are up you can launch those swords towards your target and they'll do physical damage. But currently, as long as you have bound armament in your skill bar and you do light or heavy attack, they will charge up. So the current numbers is that if you do 2 fully charged heavy attacks using a lightning staff, the bound armament should be ready to be fired off, right? So 2 heavy attacks, bound armament, 2 heavy attacks, bound armament. It hits like a truck and it's an amazing skill. On top of that, when you have bound armament on your skill bar, it will boost our stamina by another 8% in terms of total stamina pool, and that's why we have moved our offensive stat into stamina to get that benefit so that we can do more damage. So that's the key driver behind this build. As long as you guys have a sorcerer, you guys can slot in this bound armament and also a lightning staff in any builds you guys have. Take advantage of it. What I'm gonna walk through today is one of the builds which can be done with these changes. Okay guys, let's jump into the build and look at the attributes. In terms of attributes, you guys can go ahead and dump all the points into stamina. Whenever the pets are out on a sorcerer build, they will bump up the total health. So with everything in place including food, we'll have almost 27,600 life in this build. So no need to put anything on health, pump everything into stamina. Just one thing to share guys, in fact your stamina pool on this build, if you follow my gear layout, will be higher than what you guys see. I just realized the slime crow helmet I was using was still on Magica in terms of enchantment, so you can pretty much have 33,000 total stamina pool on this build. Good damage, and with that much of stamina pool, you're gonna only use it to launch bound armament, so most of the time you guys can roll and dodge and you will still have stamina pool. So roll around, avoid all the damage and have fun. In terms of race, Dark Elf does well with this build. In terms of Mundas, just go ahead and use the Thief. Your crit chance will go up. You'll be doing a lot of damage. In terms of gears, what we are using is Drogokin's grip set. This is a great set because what it does, one, it's on light and on lightning staff wielding Sorc build. Having a light armor is great because we can get penetration and more crit damage. But what's great about this set is that any damage we do is gonna get 322 added to it, right? So if we're talking about our pets damage, we're talking about our lightning staff damage, we're talking about the multiple damage from bound armament. So all these damages is gonna have 322 added to it. So that's amazing for this build. This set comes from Unhollowed Graves. Just do it on normal mode, very doable. You guys can do it yourself and just farm. The second set we have is Sergeant's Mail, one of the best heavy attack sets in the game. So what we are doing with this build is that you will need to do heavy or light attack to charge up bound armament. So since we're gonna pick heavy attack, might as well have Sergeant's Mail to bump up the heavy attack, and once the bound armament is ready, then we launch it. Sergeant's Mail comes from Veras 1 and Veras 2. If you guys haven't farmed it, this is one of the best sets you guys can have for heavy attack builds. Go ahead, farm it guys. And then we have Slimecraw as a one piece to increase critical chance. So let's look at skills. In terms of dark magic, we just need the passive Unholy Knowledge and Persistence. For Daedric summoning, we will need Summon Volatile Familiar. We will also need the Twilight Matria and also Bound Armament, of course. Take all the passive other than that, and that's all we need from this skill line. For the Storm Calling skill line, we just need the passive. Just grab all of it. In terms of armor, light armor is gonna be the most we're gonna use to get that crit chance and penetration up. We'll have one piece medium and one piece heavy as well. So in terms of passive, grab all the passive in light, medium and heavy armor. For Destruction Staff, grab all the passive. We are also gonna use Elemental Rage as our ultimate. Grab Unstable Wall of Elements because it does good AoE damage, and it also procs off balance, which then all the heavy attack will hit harder as well. And also grab Elemental Susceptibility because we want to use that for major breach on elite and also bosses. Put up 1 point in the Assault skill line for continuous attack because this is going to make all your mounts 30% faster. So it's a must get. All you guys need to do is go to Citadel and just do a tutorial and you guys will have this unlocked. Make sure you guys grab medicinal use in alchemy because this is going to make all the potions buffs last longer, and the potions you guys need to use is Tri Potion for tough contents. Don't forget to grab Provisioning, Gourmand and Connoisseur. This will make all your expensive food last longer, and the food we are using for this build is good old Bewitched Sugar Skull. And last but not least, grab Undaunted skill line. Do your daily pledges to level this up. Because we're using all 3 types of weight, we will get a whooping 6% bump into all our resources. This is the 1 bar skill bar for the build, and I've made it in a way that it's easy rotation so you guys can keep your eye on the action, avoid those AoEs and just have more fun. So what you guys need to do is make sure both your pets, which is skill number 2 and 5, is always up and running. Skill number 2, the small guy, just activate his active skill where he does a AoE burst damage for a while, and keep that always running. And when you guys enter the fight, put Elemental Wall on your enemy because it will proc off balance, and just keep on ripping off heavy attacks. 2 heavy attacks, bound armament should be ready, launch it and it will do tons of damage, and then keep on doing heavy attack. When the bound armament is ready, just launch it again. Skill number 4, Elemental Susceptibility, does major breach. If you guys find an elite or a boss, put it on them, then you guys will do more damage on those targets. Of course, as usual, when your ultimate is ready, it's also a good AoE ultimate because recently our lightning staff AoE damage got nerfed, so having an ultimate which is AoE makes up for that. Just drop it on the ground. It does heavy boat load loads of damage. So one thing you guys can change on this bar, if you guys are gonna be part of a group or you're gonna be adventuring with some friends and you have a tank with you guys who will do major breach and minor breach as well, then in that scenario what you guys can do is elemental susceptibility, just take it out, and you guys can probably slot in hardened ward. At least your survivability goes up, or any other DPS skill you guys prefer. So these are the active green CPs you guys have to slot in. I'll link up a written guide in the description of this video as well. You guys can reference all the CP details and so forth there. In terms of blue CP, what you guys need is deadly aim, fighting finesse, master at arms, and wrath full strike. So the key ones for the active blue CP is deadly aim, because all your pets and including bound armament is doing single target attack. So deadly aim is just gonna boost their damage by another 6%, and a lot of the sorcerer's skills including the pet, bound armament, and also our heavy attack are direct damages. So master at arms is just gonna boost it up by another 6%. This is on top of the 12% we're getting from the lightning staff passive as well. So all these blue CPs are gonna work very well with our build. And this is the red CP. The key one here is relentlessness. I love this CP because when you get stunned and so forth, you take less 10% damage, so that's great. It keeps you alive during that important moment, and get celerity as well. Since we're gonna be a mobile build, moving around, avoiding things will be much easier with celerity. And that's about it, guys. It was an interesting build. I was just patching things up to see how the new update 39 changes will work on a Sorc, and oh boy, it's a very balanced build. It's a strong build, and I had no issues going through the Nightmare Bastion Mimics together with Healer Zenda. I'm sure you guys will have fun. Go and try it. That's about it, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed yet. We have a few more ESO builds coming up in this channel for this week, and we will continue to make multiple weekly videos on ESO builds moving forward as well. I'm Casual, guys, and I will catch you guys next time. GG's.